Grace and peace to you. I'm Diane, pastor of the Bellbrook Presbyterian Church, and the sermon on the go is on Hebrews chapter 4, verse 14 through chapter 5, verse 10. Jesus, Hebrews tells us, is our great high priest. In the time of the prophets, sacrifice for human sin had to be made by the high priest, the one who was appointed by God. Aaron was the great high priest in the time of Moses. But because humanity was just again and again insubordinate, and because of the amount of sin of God's people, this sacrifice wasn't working. It just wasn't adequate for the sin that the people bore. And so God did something different. God spoke through a son. Jesus, God's Son, became the great high priest by becoming the ultimate sacrifice for human sin, the last sacrifice that needed to be made. And because Jesus endured the suffering of the sacrifice, and because Jesus is the great high priest, the last priest needed, God listens to Jesus, who sympathizes us in our weakness, who advocates for us when we stand before the throne. And by the grace of Jesus Christ, we are saved. I invite you to join us this Sunday at 10 a.m. at the Bellbrook Presbyterian Church as we hear the words of Hebrews about Jesus, the great high priest, and as we recognize what God has done for us in Jesus Christ. The Bellbrook Presbyterian Church is a community of believers seeking to be faithful in following Jesus Christ, and we would love to see you there.